with the way Tinubu government dey work, Nigeria fit go dey build nuclear weapon later. Okay, you don't believe they go build nuclear weapon? Not tell anybody. No, not tell anybody. Share this video. See this video we won't watch now. You know, say Nigeria no get Ministry of Steel before. You know, as Tinubu become president, he can create Ministry of Steel. Come make Prince Shabu Abakar Minister of Steel. Now, Ajaokuta Steel Company, the largest steel company in Africa, has started kicking off working. That is why Tinubu go in there, that they go sign. That's why Prince Shabu Abakar, they go Russia, they come back like Sena water. They go sign. Russians, they don't come. You see, military weapons, armor tank, helmet, everything they would begin to build them for Nigeria. You see, why Tinubu no go win Man of the Year? Share this video. As they watch this video, so share this video. This video is all about the steel company. Make you see how Nigeria they move. That the update I bring for you this 2025 be that. Share this video and what? I bet share this video before I slap you. You know the life better thing. Share this video.
Welcome to the transformative journey of Nigeria's steel industry. With the Ministry of Steel Development, specially created by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to pilot the industrial revolution of Nigeria. In the past 15 months, under the dynamic and visionary leadership of the Honorable Minister of Steel Development, Prince Shuaibu Abubakar Audu, the sector has witnessed immense turnaround, attaining significant milestones. The Honorable Minister, Prince Shuaibu Abubakar Audu, has revolutionized this vital industry, breathing new life into it through innovative policies, strategic partnerships, and unwavering commitments to actualize the vision of Mr. President for the revival of the entire steel sector and the revival of one of the nation's multi-billion-dollar assets, the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, and the National Iron Ore Mining Company Limited, Itakbe, which has been comatose for over 4 decades. Determined to turn the tides and revive a sector most citizens have lost faith in, Prince Audu in September 2024 led a team from the Ministry and Steel Sector experts for Nigeria, where the ministry signed a historic Memorandum of Understanding on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria with the original builders of Ajaokuta, Messrs. TPE of Russia, and their partners for the rehabilitation, completion, and operation of the Ajaokuta steel plant. By that singular MOU, the Ajaokuta steel plant, which has been under construction for over 40 years, 4 decades precisely, now has the hope of achieving its set objectives. Hitting the ground running, Prince Audu, upon assuming office as minister, embarked on a working tour of some of the agencies and institutions of the ministry, steel facilities and plants across the country to ascertain their current state in order to prefer the best solutions for them to become operational again. Upon the creation of the Ministry of Steel Development and following Mr. President's visit to New Delhi, India in September 2023 for the G20 summit, Messrs. Jindal Steel committed to a $5 billion investment prospect in the steel sector for the setting up of a 5 million metric ton steel plant in Nigeria. The ministry is working assiduously to ensure the pledge is redeemed. This was also followed with interest from the Luan Steel Group of China, as well as several foreign investors to invest in Nigeria's steel sector. Under the dynamic leadership of Prince Shuaibu Audu, the ministry is partnering with relevant ministries, departments and agencies to foster the steel industry revival vision.
Revival of the entire steel industry. This is very, very critical to the renewable agenda of Mr. President, whose desire is to grow the economy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to over $1 trillion by the end of the first term of this administration, thereby making us a G20 economy. By getting to $1 trillion the steel sector will play an important role in ensuring that this administration achieves that.
One of such partnerships is with the Ministry of Defense, as the Ministry of Steel Development and the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, DICON, are working to sign a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, to commence the production of military hardware such as rifles, vests, helmets and bullets in the Ajaokuta Steel Complex. This would no doubt help in strengthening the security architecture of the country, especially in the war against insurgency and banditry. To chart a course of the revival of the entire steel sector, the ministry designed an in-house roadmap for the revitalization of the steel industry by its in-house technical team to provide the needed policy direction for all players and prospective investors in the industry. The draft roadmap includes a 5-year plan for the revival of the entire steel sector and a 3-year plan for the revival of Ajaokuta Steel Plant. The ministry also continues to seek financing from the World Bank and private sector financiers to develop a comprehensive roadmap in collaboration with external experts in line with international standards. It is expected that before the end of the first quarter of 2025, this document will be validated by all stakeholders and approved by the Federal Executive Council. The ministry, under the guidance of the Honorable Minister, is working with, encouraging and incorporating private steel players in the revival plans of the federal government to ensure improved capacity and compliance with standard operating principles and to ensure quality products enter into the market. The Minister of Steel Development, to drive these goals, visited CAM steel plants in Ilorin and Shagamu, as well as the African Industry Group AIG Kaduna. These private steel plants have been contributing billions of dollars to the nation's economy. As part of efforts to ensure the sustainability of the sector, the ministry has embarked on a training program by organizing a 1-month intensive bootcamp program to train artisans annually in technical skills including welding and fabrication, industrial foundry and metallurgy, instrumentation, system control, and mechanic maintenance at the Metallurgical Training Institute, Onitsha, one of the agencies under the ministry. The ministry received an overwhelming application of 225,000 applications for an opening for 700 slots. The ministry intends to make this training an annual program to ensure that thousands of Nigerian youths get trained in the steel industry for sustainability of the sector. The ministry is currently engaging with the National Assembly Committees on Steel Development for the adoption of regulatory frameworks for the entire steel sector, including the National Metallurgical Training Institute, Onitsha, Establishment Bill, Metallurgical Industry Bill, and amendment of the Steel Council Act. For effective service delivery under the transformative leadership of the Honorable Minister and collaboration with the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, a new organogram was adopted for the Ministry of Steel Development and the establishment of a technical department known as Metallurgical Raw Materials Development. A robust retreat was organized for staff of the ministry to sensitize them to the mandate of the newly established ministry in order for them to align with the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the steel sector.
A critical evaluation of the 8-point agenda suggests the critical place of the steel sector in the realization of these goals, especially in the areas of industrialization, manufacturing, and unlocking the natural resource potential of this great country.
The target for the industry is to ensure that by the end of the second tenure of Mr. President in 2030, there will be a minimum of 10 million metric tons of steel production in Nigeria, reduce steel importation to the barest minimum to save the country from the $4 billion deficit from steel importation help to grow the economy to $1 trillion and create hundreds of thousands of jobs for citizens. Let us join hands with the dynamic and visionary minister to bring the vision of Mr. President to reality.